faster because all of his fears are basically running out of his head.
I'm very impressed with the mental aspect of it. I crashed in the gravel pit, the turn they're coming up on right now, and I never went through that turn as hard again, not even once. So hats off to him for being able to attack turn number 1 wide open like he has to do if he's going to win this deal.
Well, this rookie, Robert Naughton, has a new sponsor, Dirks & Porter, out there doing a great job getting that poster hanger forward up into the podium position, but he's got a hard-beaten Chad Horde right on his tail.
And the Dirks & Porter gang, I tell you, talk about some characters. They are a lot of fun, and looking forward to coming into this entire off-roading experience with some more trucks, eventually to the Pro 2 category. So we look forward to having them around on a bigger level. Right now, Robert Naughton definitely doing them a great job. Oh, hold on, baby. This track definitely throwing him some curveballs this weekend.
Well, second day at Crandon, the track's been worked so much that the track doesn't have a chance to settle in. So a lot of holes develop quick, and that's what happened to Chad Horde. Came in there, pitched it sideways, bit it, put him on the bicycle, but you know what? He saved it, and he's still running.
Lee O'Donnell right back there behind him. Lee O'Donnell having another great run here in round 12.
Great job for the Invisible Glass team. Steve Federico also right behind Lee, so that team definitely finding their stride.
Papas and Beer is a sponsorship on the side of the kid's truck right there. Rodrigo and Pudia having an excellent run. There's plenty of clean track in front of him.
Spanish 101, what does Papas mean, Ken?
It means daddy.
Not exactly, Ken. It stands for potatoes, potatoes and beer. Papas and Beer is actually a nightclub down in Rosarito, Mexico, down in Baja, California. A great place to go let your hair down.
Once again, Chad Horde there. You can see Lee O'Donnell right behind him. And then it looked like it might have been Steve Federico back behind Lee this time.
Great job with that P.F. Chang Invisible Glass team. Those guys are going door to door. Yesterday, the positions were flopped. Steve Federico third and Lee O'Donnell fourth. So right now, maybe Lee learned a little something from Steve.
Hard to say. Both of them having a great run, and I'll tell you, Steve Federico definitely needed that. We'll go on board with Art Schmidt, yet another Nissan inside of the field.
This is a great view. I was looking at it yesterday from there. Had a blast in that thing. I'm telling you. You know, I don't like the name Pro Light because these things are rocket ships, man. They're like formula cars. They're tight, they're narrow, they're fast, a blast to drive.
On board with Art Schmidt, right behind him, Randy Eller, who had a great run here earlier in the year at Crandon. Randy Eller right in the middle of Argonne Corner, and you can see a huge hole right there as he's behind Dan Vandenheuvel Jr.
Dan Vandenheuvel Jr. doing a great job, but Art Schmidt and Randy Eller all in the chase.
You had a chance to drive that truck, brand new design. We also heard about that, and it does seem as though that truck is pretty fast when he can have some good luck.
Well, Art Schmidt has been around for a long time, so it's just a matter of time for him to figure that out. He's done a great job designing a new chassis. He does the whole program. It's not just a matter of buying a chassis, put it in. His team builds the truck, develops it, does everything.
Keith doing an excellent job. Actually, his shop very, very close to this racetrack, so this is a place that they test a lot. When we come back, we'll have the conclusion of round number 12. Stick with us. This championship off-road racing telecast is brought to you by Lucas Oil Products. It works. The final laps of round number 12 find Rodrigo and Pudia back up in front. In the same position in second place is Robert Naughton, who is catching Rodrigo on lap number 8. Robert Naughton laid down the quickest lap of the race so far here today.
But right now, Robert's in a great position. We see the white flag is out. He can use all of Rodrigo's braking points, but right now both these guys have spotters, and they're letting Rodrigo know that Robert's right there. So what do you do? In my position, I'm just going to run as clean a line as possible, knowing that Robert Naughton is not the driver to take me out. But remember, he is looking for his first win, so if it were me, I'd be laying a little bumper to him.
So Robert Naughton really closed the gap there over the last couple of laps, but now it looks as though he might have made a small mistake, because he's not been able to close it up here in this first half of the last lap.
Now they got a lapper coming into play. This could either work for or against Rodrigo. Rodrigo has a great apex, not opening up the corner, and actually he has to correct a little bit, Ken, so he loses some of that forward bite down the front stretch.
The drag race is on. The last half of the last lap. Can the rookie get back-to-back wins here at Crandon, Wisconsin, much like Kyle LeDuc did back in 2003?
Well, both of these rookies run a very, very strong, Ken. Like you said, Robert's got 2 corners. If he's going to get it done, he better get it done now.
Long left-hand sweeper. You pull 4th gear, stand on the throttle, head into the gravel pit. Try not to flip it.
But let me tell you, one of the things that typically a rookie does is choke on the last lap. But Rodrigo, I'm very impressed with the composure that this kid is showing. He's not blocking the lines. He's not running the inside. He's running the fast line, and Robert Naughton could not catch him.
The final turn of the final lap. Rodrigo Ampudia, Papas and Beer. He brings home back-to-back wins here at Crandon. Congratulations to the rookie. Again, congratulations to Robert Naughton. He'll have the quickest lap of the race, and he'll finish 2nd. Here comes Art Schmidt and Randy Eller.
During this action, Chad Horde crossed the line 3rd. Our hats off to his crew and him for putting in a great performance.
Art Schmidt able to hang on to that position. Yeah, we had a great battle here, and you can see right in front of him, Dan Vandenheuvel Jr., Skyjacker shock of the race. Let's go back. This was pretty ugly. Chad Horde gets pushed out by 2 of the trucks and then goes for a ride in the middle of it. Gets hit by Javier Saucio and continues to go for a ride. The truck lands back on all 4s, but he was okay.
As you take another look, he gets spin side to side. Javier comes in, catches it right in the fuel cell. As he comes to a dead stop, you see the fuel dumping out of the fuel cell. From the inside, it's one scary view.
Watch this. Hats off to CORR and all the safety aspects that are enforced here on these trucks. That's what kept him alive and brought him back to race in round number 12. Welcome back to Lucas Oil Championship Off-Road Racing. We've just contested rounds 11 and 12 in a Pro Light division, and that kid won them both. The Papas and Beer sponsored machine driven by Rodrigo Ampudia, getting a hug there from Todd Clements, owner of Wide Open Baja, another gentleman that helps him out, also owns Jerry Welchell's team.
It's great that he helped Rodrigo get to this race, but this kid was flawless all day, from no podium to 2 wins. Take it away, Kelly.
No habla español.
Okay,
Mi
well,
amigo.
we'll do English then.
All right. What's gotten into you? Trying to make this look easy now, or what?
I don't know. I'm starting to get a hang of it.
Honestly, how much confidence were you riding with out there today after getting that win yesterday?
I was pretty happy about yesterday, so I knew it was going to be a good day today.
You've come through now 2 first places in a row, and maybe your goals for the season have changed a little bit. You're going for rookie points, and now you're going for wins.
Yeah. I hope we keep on getting more wins back in Chula Vista, hometown.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
Yeah, how important was this to have such a good showing here in Crandon before you head back for the final rounds in Chula Vista, where it gets a little crazy out there sometimes?
I feel I can do it now. The people were saying that yesterday was just luck, so here's to prove you guys wrong.
Hey, last night you looked like you were trying to hold back just a little bit. A little bit more celebrating going on tonight?
Yeah, definitely. A lot more celebrating tonight.
All right, nice job out there, Rodrigo.
Thank you.
Gosh.
Robert, we meet again. I know you want to be standing on the very top of that podium so badly, but man, you really worked for this, passing people, just flying down that track, and maybe given a few more laps, you could have pulled it off.
You know, my hat goes off to Rodrigo. He drove 2 incredible days. I really wanted to race with him yesterday, and I broke the truck. And today we raced with no brakes, and all I could do was try to pressure him enough to make a mistake. Without the brakes, I couldn't drive it into the corners hard, and I was slowing down with the gearbox. And you know, he did a great job. Yeah, I want to be on that top rung of the podium, but I tend to drive Chula Vista well, and we're coming to Chula Vista, so I expect to be talking to you 4 more times this year, and several of them better be from the #1 spot. But I think Rodrigo and I have proved that we're not really rookies anymore. We're here to race with the top guys, and we'll be around for a while.
All right, Chad, I'm going to call you the comeback kid, because after that wreck yesterday, man, it must feel good to have gotten back behind the wheel and end up right here on the podium.
It does, you know. We cleared out the cobwebs last night. This one goes to my crew. They stayed up till 4 this morning. There's basically all spare parts on this truck. Rear end housing, trailing arms, spare shocks. We didn't even get to practice this morning because they didn't have it. And to come out and finish where we are, we're pumped.
Any hesitation there at the start where all the wreckage happened yesterday? Did that go through your mind at all when you were up there at the land rush start?
It sure did, but when the green flag flew and I took off and I was like, hey man, I'm not doing too bad, I hung with it, and you know, wish we could have got up there and got the 1 or 2 spot, but for what happened yesterday, we're probably pretty fortunate to be where we are today. But you know, the biggest thing is we're after this championship. This is another step towards it. We're going to keep working at it.
Definitely. A weekend when Jeff had problems both days, that helps to get you right back up on there and help close that gap.
Yeah, you know, you hate to gain off someone's misfortune, but it's a point system, you know, and we're going to keep marching forward. And the Boss Snowplow Nissan team, we're going to be the team to beat.
Good to see you up here, Chad.
Thanks a lot.
That's all the ingredients of a champion right there. Let's go back and recap round number 11. Steve Federico had a great run, but it all got started with that right there. Chad Horde, who went for an e-ticket ride.
Chad Horde taking a hard tumble, probably 4 to 5 flips side by side, then getting hit by Javier, flipping him end over end. And then it was Jeff Kincaid pulling off with a motor problem.
Yeah, he suffered engine problems, and that opened up the door for the kid in the Papas and Beer sponsored machine, Rodrigo Ampudia, to get his first career win with championship off-road racing.
Robert Naughton looked like he was going to be in the mix and maybe have a shot at Rodrigo, but had some problems and had to come back in second place.
And round 12, the kid Kyle LeDuc had a great run going, then fell back a couple of spots and then flipped it. Jeff Kincaid also had his fair share of problems.
Off the track, truck on fire, he was able to put out the fire, and he was safe, but definitely that hurt his points.
The same 2 rookies put on a show again. Rodrigo Ampudia back out in front, followed by Robert Naughton.
But the man of the weekend has to be Chad Horde after taking that terrible spill in turn 1 on Saturday, coming back and finishing on the podium. That's what championships are made of.
The point standings, Chad Horde has a shot at winning his first ever championship, but Jeff Kincaid is far from done racing here in the 2006 season. There's plenty to go. With 4 more rounds, we'll take it back to California. Make sure you join us next Saturday, 5 o'clock from Chula Vista, California, rounds 13 and 14 of the Pro 4 division. It will be exciting. For Kelly Stavis and Ricky Johnson, I'm Ken Stout. We'll see you there.